Welcome to Suman iTTV, India's first and only exclusive IT channel truly dedicated to students, employees, and software professionals, where you can learn, unlearn new things, upgrade your skill set, educate, and empower yourself in IT enabled services. వెల్కమ్ టు సుమన్ ఐటీటీవీ హెచ్ఆర్ సిరీస్. ఈ హెచ్ఆర్ సిరీస్ లో ఈ రోజు మనతో పాటు నెట్ ఎన్రిచ్ టెక్నాలజీ సీనియర్ డైరెక్టర్ హెచ్ఆర్ రోషిని మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు. సో తన జర్నీ ఏంటో అండ్ హైరింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఏంటో ఇవన్నీ అడిగి మనం తెలుసుకుందాం. హాయ్ రోషిని, హౌ ఆర్ యూ?
Hello, thank you. I'm very good.
ఓకే, సో tell me about your journey first of all. I mean, how many years you've been in with this company and what is your journey?
So, I've been with Netenrich for a little over 4 years now. And in the HR space, I've been working for 20 years now. I complete 20 years this year. So, yes, that's been my HR journey. And here I am with Netenrich.
Okay, so 20-year experience. Okay, it's a huge, I think.
Yes.
Okay, and what about the your company organization? It's been a 4-year journey till now, right? So tell me about that company.
So, I'm with Netenrich Technologies, which is basically a product company now. We're building our own platform with resolution intelligence, and it's basically the product caters to automating more advancedly in the IT and the security operations space. For the platform, we are also partnered with Google, with the Chronicles product. So yes, that's our platform about, and we have that in the market right.
So Roshni, tell me about this company. Is might be a huge company. How many employees are there, and what's the experience with that employees?
Sure. So we are about 1,000 employee headcount at this point in time. We're based out of Hyderabad, Bhimavaram, and Bangalore. And of course, we have our head office in the US, where most of our sales leaders and strategic leaders and CEO is based out of. But otherwise, yeah, in India, these are 3 locations that we are based out of.
So right now in 2 countries.
Yes, India and US at this point in time.
Okay, and what is the hiring process for your company?
So we're very technology skill-based hiring. We're definitely very inclined to ensuring that we get the right technology talent on board. And there is a series of technical assessments and discussions with the technical leaders, business leaders that goes into place for ensuring that we, get the right selection for the people.
So if you're hiring, for an example, the just passed out the graduations, what are the any specialty you're looking?
Sure, that wouldn't be like just one plain Jane criteria, right? It's a multifold criteria. We certainly want to get the right talent and the personalities, because of course right now when we're hiring freshers, we have to be cognitive of the fact that they're just freshers and they don't have the relevant experience in the particular job market, and they have certain technical skills basis which they've graduated. So if we are hiring from from colleges, and if everybody has the same technical talent, of course, if there are certain students who've done more certifications, who have identified which direction that they want to go into, and basis which they add on their technical certifications to that certainly helps them a little edge better than the other students that they are along with. And of course, the communication skills, I can't really emphasize more. Yes, technical skills certainly prioritizes, but of course, you need the communication skills also in place to be able to come interact with the leaders, with the teams, with the clients, and understand. So we need certain level of communication skills to be in place as well. And the last element that I would like to add is certainly their personalities, right? The zeal that they bring with them, that would override their journey of learning ahead in their career as well. So these are some 3 key elements that we certainly look for.
Hence, you're prioritizing communication skills more. So in these 20 years of your experience, what do you think about the college students? Are they having enough of communication skills to attend the interviews in these big companies?
It's been a journey, right? Now, like over the period of years, has it got better? Yes, it certainly got better. But can we do better? Yes, I think, colleges should certainly emphasize more on life skills with regard to, the professional life sorts of it, right? The soft skills, encourage students to do more internships. It gives them the exposure. Sometimes it's a twofold item as well, right? Like, say, for example, your confidence and communication needs to go along at the same time as well. Sometimes if you're confident, you're not able to communicate well. If you're communicating well, you're not confident enough. So one without the other is again not really sufficient. So both getting along together is certainly that helps the candidate.
Okay. Any experience do you have in these a huge 20 years of experience you have? Any experience with the interview?
In the interview, yes,
Yeah.
certainly we've interviewed a lot of college
Yeah, lot
students
of college
over
students,
the
right? Yeah.
20 years in different organizations, right? So I think the college's education level has certainly played an important role in their personalities as well. I can certainly say that. And there are some students who are still very low on their exposures with regard to the real life of corporate worlds, in terms of the interview. How do they present themselves? How do they talk? It's small things about being on time and their confidence in an interview. And a lot of times we do the first level interviews virtually also, right? So today it's also for students to understand the digital body language and communication etiquettes around that, right? In terms of being on time, keeping the camera on in a video, in a interview call, and also about how well you speak with the mic in the right position. So these are very small things, but it helps them get confident while you're really in the interview process.
Mhm. Within the organization, how you're engaging the employee, because you're saying it is a
Mhm.
highly technical background
Yes,
company,
yes.
so how you're engaging the employees?
So, like I said, we are into services and platform product
Mm.
development as well, right? So, we have a lot of technical talent pool. And how do we engage with them is a multifold thing. While there is one segment that, we organize, like just some, come together, meet and participate in some fun activities, that will help them bond together among each other. But then at other serious levels, we ensure that we have one-on-one connects with town hall meetings with their leaders. We have skip level meetings, without their reporting leaders, to ensure that we get their feedback if there's anything that they would like to talk about their experiences. And what we've also done is we've introduced a new age tool. We have a chat bot in place, right? Now, in today's age, people are more comfortable with faster fingers first versus, someone manually coming and sitting and talking to them. They feel a little shy sometimes to open up. But versus a chatbot coming up, I think today everybody is absolutely comfortable responding to a text. So we have a chatbot that, consistently, it's based on NLP, which is natural language processing,
Mhm.
and it constantly connects with our people as we have designed over a period of time with the set of specific questions, right? And we get, of course, the responses back to us. Now, basis the responses, then we, decide who further we need to connect with and have a detailed chat about. So there are multiple ways.
Okay. And how you are balancing between the technology and the human touch in the HR practices?
Great question. Yeah, so I think no artificial intelligence, no artificial intelligence. That's a catch-22 for me, honestly, right? So I think we have to look at the technologies only leveraging our work in terms of getting better. And like I said, just as an example right now, right? As simple as, the employee connect sessions, right? We've introduced this chatbot, and it's turned out fantastic for us, right? Or what we do is we get all the details documented. We are able to do some analysis out of it, try to see common thread between the feedbacks in terms of the positive and negatives coming out, and what are the key elements between, both the positives and the negatives. And it saves so much of time of not just the HR but the people as well, because they feel it's absolutely no time, quickly typing the responses and coming back to it. And they feel very connected. They feel like, okay, yes, someone is keeping in touch with me, despite that it's a chat bot. And, it's an automated, designed, timely chat out that'll go. But my people always come back, hey, I got your
Response.
I got your message from the chat bot, but yes, I will respond back to you. So they don't differentiate that it's a technology platform and not me. At the end of the day, it is HR for them, even if it is a chatbot reaching out to them. So I have to leverage technology to do our work so that we are investing our human efforts, right, where we are really, really needed the most.
So, especially in this era, what do you think about the women's safety in the IT companies, and what about your company especially?
So my organization, I'm extremely proud of that. We were always very, very conscious of prioritizing females' comfort and their talent intensity that they bring to the table, and also in terms of if they feel safe in the environment, like are they comfortably able to go back home safe? If there is any flexibility that they need. Uh, to be able to continue with us, certainly all that is certainly prioritized. Like every other organization, we have our posh policy in place and the committee and all of that. And yes, I'm glad I've had to not handle even one posh complaint at this point in time. But we're very, very proactive in terms of keeping in touch with people. And everybody knows we are an absolute zero tolerance organization with regards to any safety concerns if anybody has to bring up. So yes, they will always be prioritized, and their safety is always, always the most important.
So, in general, here in the city, right, she team,
Yeah.
we all having
Yes.
all the,
Yes.
in one call, we can get the help.
Yes.
At the same, do you, I mean,
Yes.
your organization is
Yes.
having those type of things
Yes.
within
So-
the organization?
100%. So we have the HR team. Like now, HR is multiple roles that you play, right? One, you have the HR operations where we ensure all the background work and all of that is taken care in terms of their database, the letters, the processes in terms for them to get the salaries on time and all of that. But we also have our HR business partners in the team, right? Now these HR business partners are just one call away for our people, and not just with regard to the safety of themselves, but in any issue or any concern that they face, all they have to do is just drop a text to them or call them directly, and the HR business partner ensures that they are hearing them out immediately, right? So yes, so they are just one call away for them.
And within the organization, what is the firing process going on now?
Right. So, if talking about Netenrich in particular, we're not really having any mandate that we want to fire people, right? I have to say, my leadership has been extremely long-sighted in terms of their vision, right? Now, we are an organization that we evolved from services-based to a platform-based. And my CEO, my entire leadership was very keen that we should never go into a position that we have to ask people to leave, right? Now, that intention has the biggest human touch possible in the organization, right? Now, if I don't want to let go of people at any point in time, I say that out loud and clear that, hey, we're developing this platform, there will be certain jobs that will get automated and all of that, but we do not want anyone to be threatened about it, right? We want everybody to be part of the journey. We want everybody to contribute to it. But in the bargain, we're also giving you the pathway for learning, right? Learn the new skills that will be required, upskill yourself, and we are here to retain, right? We would want someone who's been working with us for long to upskill their talent and mold themselves into the roles that can be within the organization, instead of we having to go out and get someone in play instead for that particular role. So that way my leadership and organization has been extremely very focused, and this is key priority for them. So we are not in that situation, but as long as for people in general, right, I think we should not really be threatened as such by the layoffs in any case in general as well, right? It's all about business, right? So if you are in the control of the skills that you own, and you have the flexibility and adaptability to upskill your talent by yourself, right? And you have to be on the forefront of it. You will always be in demand, right? And when you have the right skills, if even if your role is getting a little, you know, extinct because of a certain line of business not happening with the particular organization, you'll always be able to mold yourself into a different role in the same organization, right? And I'm very certain most of the organizations would always love to retain talent, because it is not really easy to, you know, let go of talent and, you know, go again in search of getting new talent, because, you know, there's a certain cost that is involved. And then when I'm saying cost, it is not just about monetary cost, right? It's the effort as well, that you go, you look for the right people, you look for the right skill, and then they come on board. And, you know, it takes them a little journey for themselves to align in the organization and find their footing, right? So versus, I would certainly be very happy for someone to continue with us, get some flexibility, and, you know, retain in the longer run.
And upgrade their skill.
100%. That goes without saying.
Okay, this comes when they are upgrading their skill.
Yes.
The same thing when they upgrade their skill, maybe other companies also giving them a good offer and they want to leave. So by the time, what will happen?
See, that is certainly a reality, that it will happen in some percentages, right? And not just with one company, with every company that will happen. Now, it is for an individual to prioritize, what am I part of in this organization? Am I thrilled about contributing to a particular project, a particular vision, a particular goal? You know, what is the long-term vision of the organization? Like I said, you know, like my leadership, my CEO was extremely foresighted, and, you know, about since many years back, right, that we should not be in a position that we have to let go any talent from us. So I think that is your organization having that human touch, right? Because you can have the HR, you can have the right finance team and all of that, but your leadership vision, right, overall, collectively in the organization, if it is foresight, it's in a long-term vision, it is in the interest of people, it is aligning with the rest of the entire organization leaders, right? Then you know you're going to only benefit out of it. So these things may not be very easy for you to see and gauge all the time, I understand, but only when you're conscious and you will start looking from that angle, you will assess everything in this angle. And also, we are talking about layoffs, right? So stability is a real thing that you want to be sure of, right? You may get a few thousands extra at this point in time, but are you certain that your career will be stable with this movement? It's a very personal choice to make, and for you to assess as well.
So what about the performance management in the company?
All right. So with Netenrich, my very first assignment that I was just when I joined the organization, right? My leaders wanted me to build a platform for performance management system that will be very personal to Netenrich. And so we have one. Of course, not going to be able to talk about it in detail, but it's a very thinking document. We have moved away from the traditional KPI and KRA model of it. It flows down right from, you know, the organization having their own goals and visions and action plans, and then further breaks down for every function, and then, you know, for every individual to think and talk about, you know, what is their contribution going to be, what are the key purpose that they would want to own for themselves, and what are the results they would like to go forward and commit to accomplishing as well, right? And in this journey, we ensure that they align with their leaders also confirm on their alignment with with every individual's goal sheet, right? Now with this, we are solving two problems. One is, of course, you know, the forward looking planning for everybody, right? But the accountability goes to the individual. I have to sit and plan and pen down all my entire goals and actions that I want to drive towards. Second, we empowering the individuals, right? There is certainly a traditional in the entire organizations everywhere, right? There's a certain percentage that people feel that, oh God, is my manager biased, right? So we are empowering people to take that onto themselves. And you have the platform, you have the opportunity to put your goal out. If there's something that you want to own, something that you want to accomplish, put that out in your goal sheet, start working towards it, right? And then everybody aligns towards it. So, you're not really waiting that when will I be granted this opportunity anymore. So we're
Mhm.
taking away that problem.
Okay. So, within this period of 20 year of experience in the industry, within the industry, what did you observe about this maternity leaves for both men and women these days? Is there any change?
Of course, right? Just about a few years back, the government decided to upgrade that, the maternity policy was earlier 3 months paid leave for all females, and now it is 6 months paid leave, right? So that has certainly brought in a lot of comfort for female talent, for sure. They're definitely getting benefited from that, and all organizations have to comply, and every organization that I've been part of has certainly complied to it. The what has happened with the paternity leave, which is for the male, right? While there is no mandate as such that you have to give so many days, so many weeks as paternity leave, but we at Netenrich, we've certainly been cognitive of the fact that even men are responsible for supporting the family, and it is their life event as well. So we also have certain paternity leave policy in place for our people, and depending on the tenure it's incremental in terms of the number of days. So yes, we have that for the men, but what has changed is at least the recognition of the fact that maternity leave, less or more, but it has to be there in every organization for the mayor as well to go and take and be part of that life moment.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and knowledge with us.
All right.
సో చూసాం కదండి, ఇది ఈరోజు ఎపిసోడ్. స్టే ట్యూన్.